I'm Nixie, and as promised in my last video, today we're going to look at some of the items I bought for this room and some other stuff I bought for my doll Honey that might make it into different rooms for her. So first up, let's start with these because I know quite a lot of people liked them. It's a set of 4 drawers and I got these on AliExpress. You can get them on Temu, but I picked AliExpress because you actually could pick the colours of the drawers. They weren't just sort of random colours. Now I'm not 100% sure, but I think this might be 3D printed. It's just got that sort of look about it. But it is a really cute little shelf unit. Now the drawers, they do also fit in this way round, so you could have it on like a desk or something. It doesn't have to be standing. The only slightly annoying thing is every time you move it, they kind of fall out. But they are quite spacious. You could fit quite a few little knickknacks of your Barbies to keep the clutter down. But I was very pleased that on AliExpress you could get them in this light purple colour. Next up, let's just have a quick look. It's a metal phone. I've actually had this for a while. I didn't buy it specifically for this room, but they're quite effective. Got a sticker for the screen. I'm tempted I might put a bit of like black in the cameras just to give it a bit of extra detail though. Now this one did come from Temu and it's a Stanley cup, or actually it was a straw topper. So it had a bit attached here, which I just cut off. It's made of a sort of rubbery material. The lid doesn't come off. But I felt Honey was the kind of person, you know, you've got to get on these trends with these big water cups. Now this little organiser I already had. It was from the Mini Brands Home series, and I thought it would work really well in this room. Now this little vase I just thought was cute. It was, I was doing a bit of a like miniature purple search. But actual glass. And it just looked really pretty. The only downside, it's a little bit wobbly. It could have done with a slightly flatter base. But I bought this bunch of purple flowers and then cut a few off to put in the vase. And I think that works quite well. And again, both these from Temu. Now the final thing on the desk was this computer, which very important part of an office. This one was from AliExpress and I really like this. So first up, you get a little mouse and quite a realistic keyboard. I think there was the option like you could have that base in silver, and you could buy a pack of extra different screens. I think this was the one it came with originally. That one I just liked. So these are the screens you could have. That one's a date, plain blue screen, which wouldn't really work with our purple background, I don't feel. An Excel spreadsheet, which I don't think Honey's onto the whole Excels. And a game, it looks like, I don't know, sort of like a MOBA, maybe like League of Legends or something. Got another sort of desktop. Not sure what computer program that is. We've got listening to music. This is Lord. Another desktop. Studio Ghibli desktop. We could be shopping online for a stall. And finally, not sure what that is. Maybe it's like streaming a film, but it's got all the options on it. Anyway, you've got a lot to choose from, but I personally thought this one was nice for this room. Then finally, you did get these little Apple logo stickers, so if you wanted to make it a branded computer, you could. So next up, I thought I'd just show you the bees I got, which we used on the notice board as decorative push pins. Now I believe these are actually nail art charms. Now that was a pack of 50, and as you can see, the quality can vary between the bees, but that's fine. When you've got that many, you can sort of sort out which ones look nicer. And one other thing sort of round the desk, we've got this little sort of honeycomb and bee charm. Now they were originally just on this, but I took them off, put them just on some black thread, just to add a bit more decoration. So moving on to the bookshelf, I did get this set of 5 books from Temu. They're actually sort of nicely made. Not loads of detail on the outside, but they do have real pages, which is cool. And there's even a few pictures. They kind of look all Da Vinci inspired. I do have a book that says Da Vinci. That's clearly Da Vinci. This one which says Secrets. Also, I think Da Vinci inspired. This one, however, has more floral pictures on the first few pages, and this one is slightly more Christmas inspired. I mean, they didn't need to include anything on the inside, so not too bad. And the only other thing that was specifically bought for Honey on that shelf and I hadn't already got was this little teddy figurine. It's sweet and I think it does glow in the dark. You know, sometimes Temu just suggests things for you and it keeps suggesting them until you eventually buy it. And apparently I'm dreadful and, you know, bow to Temu's peer pressure. But it is quite sweet. Actually, I tell a lie, there is one more thing on the shelf. And that'll get us nicely into a sort of more clothing section of this video. I got this awesome backpack on AliExpress. I feel Honey likes nature and likes going out for walks with her dog, and you know, you need to take stuff with you. So we've got a little popper for the fastening. There's enough room inside to put a few little bits. It does have a tiny bit of stretch at the side, and technically there's even pockets at the side. I guess that in a real design would be like for a water bottle or something, but that's kind of cool. It's got these really cute little heart-shaped buckles. It'd be nicer if they're in purple, not pink, but it does mean we've got adjustable straps, which is useful so we can fit it better on the Barbie. And here is Honey wearing the backpack, which it just fits really well, and it's so cute. So clothes. Now, these jeggings I got previously from Etsy, a seller called NovaGenera, I think that's how it's pronounced, and quite a nice sort of little fit, like them, so she got to have them. I also had this top previously, which is possibly why I ended up making her purple girl. It's from ISewForDoll. I've bought quite a few things from their Etsy shop, and so I added to my collection a long sleeve t-shirt and a short sleeve t-shirt in purple. Now these just have tiny bits of Velcro just at the top, so they're slightly harder to get on than ones that are designed sort of Velcro all the way along, but you just sort of slip it on up through the legs, so it's not too bad. They are a slightly lighter shade of purple. I thought they'd be the same because I assumed they'd use the same material, but that's fine. We can have nice different shades of purple. Now this jumper I already had, and it was either from AliExpress or Temu. They can be quite interchangeable. Honestly, shop around, see which one's selling it off at a better price. But I bought this one, which is a bit more of a cropped jumper, and that one did come from Temu. And here we have the jumper, and it looks quite cute. Although I felt really bad putting her in this because it's a really warm day today. I'm warm, so it is not jumper weather. But while wearing more wintry things, I did also get this hat, again, Temu. Okay, how cute is that? It's a little knitted hat with ears. Oh, so cute. I mean, this girl, she's going to be ready for winter. Moving on though, and this doesn't necessarily go with that top, but I got a purple check skirt. So it's pleated all the way around here, slightly less pleated when we get to the back. It's Velcro, as was the top. It's maybe just a touch loose because she's a petite and it's probably designed more for your classic size Barbie. I did also get her some purple socks. These were from AliExpress, and I think they're more designed for Blythe dolls, but they fit her perfectly fine. Just got a seam there in the back, but nice long socks. Got to find some shoes that work over socks for her. So, final clothing item I bought her was this knitted dress. Like I said, I was kind of buying slightly earlier in the year before it got so warm. It was inspiring my choices. I feel we might need to get a belt with this. I just think it would look a bit less shapeless. But not the worst Temu buy. Final thing though, and this is my most expensive item that came from AliExpress. It is a pair of high heel shoes, which are amazing. You can get some really nice shoes. You've just got to be careful because when things say 1/6 scale, there are a lot of dolls at 1/6 scale and they all have very different size feet. Sometimes you could get quite giant shoes, but these actually are a perfect fit for a petite Barbie with the slightly smaller feet. You can fit standard Barbie feet in them, but they are a little bit of a stretch. I know because I do own these in pink. But they're little peep toe heels with big platforms, you know, she's a petite Barbie, she might want to be tall sometimes. But I really like them and I was feeling generous, so I bought them for her. So that's the stuff we've got in the office, and that's some clothing I got her. But let's look at items that might be used for future rooms. And also one thing that could have gone in this room but was maybe a little bit big, which was this fan. I thought it looked cool. It's just a little bit sort of wide at the bottom. It's not that you couldn't get away with it, it just is a touch big. But it's cool, it's in purple, and it works. It's a real little fan. So yeah, that had been a potential for this room, but like I said, maybe just a touch too bulky, really. Next up though, I've got these B shapes. Now they came from Temu and they are technically gold, but the gold side, it's not finished off very nicely. I actually prefer this side, which is slightly more sort of wooden looking. And I feel you could maybe just paint it yourself if you wanted it a different colour. But I thought it was cute and it has the potential for some wall art at some point. I did also get these woodcuts, one in a honeycomb pattern and one in a bee pattern. I thought they're nice and they have definite potential. We could put them somewhere. They are 2 different colour woods though, so we might have to paint them. But like I said, either art or we will try and incorporate them maybe into some sort of furniture. But they're pretty cool. I did also get this bee ribbon. Sorry, it's a bit shiny. It's still got the sort of plastic around it. But I feel that could be incorporated into something. I was kind of just buying bee-related things. I didn't necessarily have a plan. I got this small strip of purple fairy lights. I don't know how well the purple's coming across. You can sort of see it, I think, against my skin. I thought that could be good potentially for a bedroom. You know, you've got to have a bit of twinkly fairy lights. Now this I actually got from a shop, a real living shop. It's from the range and it is same as the floor was made for the study. It's the 12 by 12 inch designer paper. It's thick paper. It's what I would call thin card. But they're all bee themed. So there's 12 designs, 6 of them up here. And these are the other 6 down here. You get 2 sheets of each and they're 12 by 12 inches. So obviously that's not the full height of a room, so we couldn't use it for wallpaper unless we were maybe doing something different on the bottom half and just having this as the top half. I don't know, we've now got some possibilities. They're quite cool. I think this is probably one of my favourites. It's just really cute, the bees. I also quite like this one. So I had been considering putting one of those papers as a backing to the shelving unit, but in the end I preferred it open. Now I might have some more craft stuff on order from Temu. Making this room just inspired me. I want to make more rooms, and I'm kind of tossing up between either bedroom or kitchen next. I have a potential idea for how to do the bed in the bedroom. Don't know if it'll work, but it's one of those try it and see kind of things. The kitchen, I mean, I just feel that Honey is a baker. Like, she looks the kind of person who bake cakes and bread. And there's some really cool stuff on AliExpress for kitchenware that I am very tempted by. So we shall see. I shall get some stuff and just see what develops. And of course you can come along for the experience when we do create a next room for Honey, because there's going to be more. There just is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do hit thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos, do subscribe, and I'll see you soon.